Have you ever wondered what makes someone a truly high-value man? Is it his wealth, his social circle, or maybe the way he walks into a room? The truth is, it's something far simpler. High-value men aren't the loudest in the room, but their presence commands respect. They don't need to prove anything. They let their actions do the talking. So, what are the 9 habits that instantly elevate someone to this level? Let's dive into these traits and discover how you can start applying them to your life. Are you ready to level up? Let's go. 1. Stays calm when others lose their cool. We've all been in situations where emotions run high, right? People start yelling, arguing, or trying to stir up drama. What do most people do? They match that energy. But a high-value man, he stays calm. He doesn't get swept up in the chaos. He remains composed, grounded, and in control of his emotions. Why is this so powerful? Emotional control is rare. When you can stay centered in high-pressure situations, you exude confidence and authority without saying a word. Think about this. Imagine you're in a meeting, and things are getting heated. Everyone is shouting to make their point, but instead of raising your voice, you sit back, listen, and when it's your turn, you speak with calm authority. Suddenly, everyone is looking to you, not because you're louder, but because you stay composed in the face of chaos. That's the power of emotional control. 2. Doesn't chase attention. Ever notice how the more you chase something, the more it seems to slip away? That's exactly what happens when you chase attention. High-value men don't need to be the center of every conversation, nor do they need to impress others with flashy behavior. They speak when it matters, and their silence speaks volumes. Think about someone in your life who doesn't try to impress, yet you can't help but listen when they speak. That's the energy you want to embody. A high-value man understands that true power comes from purpose, not from noise. It's the quiet confidence that draws others in, not the desperate need to be seen. 3. Keeps promises to himself. How many times have you told yourself, "I'll start tomorrow," only to push it off again and again? High-value men don't make excuses. They commit to their goals, no matter how big or small, and they honor the promises they make to themselves. Whether it's hitting the gym regularly, reading a book every month, or finishing a project at work, they follow through. Here's the thing. When you break promises to yourself, you lose trust in your own abilities. But when you start keeping those small promises, you begin to build a rock-solid sense of self-worth. Every time you show up for yourself, you become stronger, more resilient, and more self-disciplined. The result? People start respecting you, not because you tell them to, but because you've earned it through your actions. 4. Improves immediately when disrespected. When you're disrespected, the temptation to argue, explain, or demand an apology can be strong. But a high-value man doesn't waste time on that. He simply creates distance. He doesn't need to prove anything. His actions speak for themselves. Here's the truth. When you allow people to treat you poorly, you're teaching them how to treat you. But when you stand firm without confrontation, others learn that you won't tolerate disrespect, and they will start treating you with the respect you deserve. Next time you're disrespected, just walk away. Let your actions and standards do the talking. 5. Comfortable being alone. Being alone isn't a punishment. It's a freedom. High-value men don't rely on others to fill a void. They're completely at peace in their own company. Whether it's spending a night reading, working on a passion project, or simply reflecting on life, They enjoy their own solitude. Why is this so important? Because when you're comfortable alone, you stop feeling needy or desperate. You no longer chase relationships or friendships for validation. Instead, you attract people who value you for who you truly are, not who you pretend to be. Ask yourself, are you running from solitude or are you embracing it? The more at peace you are with yourself, the more others will be drawn to your confidence. 6. Says less, but makes it count. We've all encountered someone who talks just to fill the silence, right? They try to impress with every word, but it becomes exhausting. A high-value man doesn't waste words. When he speaks, it's intentional. Every word holds weight. Think about someone you admire, a mentor, a leader, maybe even a public figure. They don't speak all the time, but when they do, you listen. That's the kind of impact you want to have. When you say less, people actually pay more attention. Your words carry meaning. Your silence, even more so. 7. Invests in skills, not validation. High-value men aren't chasing praise. They focus on continuous growth, on improving their skills, expanding their knowledge, and becoming better versions of themselves every day. They know that validation from others is fleeting, but mastery of a skill is lasting. Here's a question. Are you focused on seeking approval, or are you focused on getting better? When you invest in your skills, your abilities will speak for themselves. The recognition and respect will naturally follow. 8. Enforces standards through action. Words are cheap. High-value men don't need to explain their standards. They live by them. They show respect, honesty, and integrity through their own actions. Whether it's at work, in relationships, or in their personal lives, their behavior sets the tone. Here's a simple truth. If you want respect, show respect. If you want honesty, be honest. If you want hard work, put in the effort yourself. You don't need to announce your standards. Just live by them, and others will follow. 9. Improves silently without announcing it. Finally, a high-value man doesn't need to shout about his growth. He doesn't need to post every small win on social media or tell the world about his self-improvement journey. He just does the work in silence. Think about this. How powerful would it feel to improve yourself and have others notice without saying a word? Your results will speak for themselves. It's not about broadcasting every step of your journey. It's about letting your character and actions do the talking. High-value men don't need to prove themselves to anyone. They let their actions speak louder than words. If you start incorporating these habits into your life, you'll see a transformation, not just in how others see you, but in how you see yourself. So, are you ready to level up? Start today. Choose one habit you'll focus on this week and let your actions speak for themselves. Comment below and let me know which habit you'll start with, and let's share our journeys of growth. If you want more tips on how to become the best version of yourself, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Start your journey now.